this is Melissa and Janice from Beautifully Broken Authentically You Ministries, and we are back and we're better than ever doing a podcast. Yes! In the new ministry house.
Yes.
What a journey we have just been on.
Yes, a very wild ride.
And I don't even know if I have words to say right now of all that we've been on, because it's taken so much to just comprehend.
That's very true. Yeah, I mean, I guess what's the overall lesson then? If you can't find words to describe every single thing.
I mean, I really feel like patience and perseverance and just knowing that God is with you. And He is with you through the hard, through everything. And He's okay with you shaking your fist at Him and saying, God, this is too hard. Where are you? Like, I don't see you. But how often do we have to step before we see the blessings, or before we see any result?
Very true. Very true. When you say step, it always takes a step into our faith in order to get to where we're going. I mean, that's basically what happened with Joshua. Yes. You know, that's what happened with Moses. That's what happened with Abraham leaving the place that he called home. He was comfortable.
You can't stay and be comfortable. You have to step out. You have to,
otherwise you'll never grow.
Yeah.
Or you'll never reach the full potential of what God's got for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think in this journey I've learned most, like, the growth that's happened, like, really relying on God and knowing that He's in control. I mean, if we can get so caught up in our circumstances, and we can feel types of ways, and we can just feel so defeated and everything. But if we truly believe in God and truly believe in the Bible, like, we have to take Him at His word.
We do.
We have to just combat our feelings and our emotions and whatever is going through our heads in that moment with the word, because
who knows the word or life or humans better than God? Right. He created it.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've heard recently was that we have to take responsibility not only for our faith but for our role in our faith. Like, we can't piggyback off of somebody else for the rest of our life.
Yeah, and not only do we have to take responsibility, but we have to put action behind it, and we have to make a choice. That's so true. We can choose to either stay in a defeated, whatever feelings that we're feeling mode, or we can know that God's truth is for real, and it's the only truth, and it's the way, and we need to step in it. But it's not easy. I mean, when you're in the middle of it all, it's so hard. I mean, there were so many times I was like, God, where are you? What are you doing? Like, I don't understand. But then, you know, like, even holding that truth up, that feeling up against the truth, and knowing, like, I don't have to understand. We're not meant to understand.
And now that you're through it, would you say God ever left?
No, he was there right beside me, and
he was there the whole time,
growing me, so that, you know, like, I pray all the time for opportunities to be able to share with others, like, the experiences that I've gone through. And I think that is the biggest testimony of what we're supposed to do, what we as Christians are called to do, and what God has called us to do, you know?
I love that, because, I mean, it truly does take, for somebody who doesn't know much about faith, it takes another person to show them what faith looks like through you, you know?
Yes.
And so it's like, even in your circumstances, God never left you, but He also had a purpose, not just for you and your growth, but a purpose for those watching what you're going through.
Yeah. That's
and the testimony is that it actually wasn't. How long was it total?
It really wasn't that long. It was like 2.5 months.
Right.
So I believe on December 1st is when I moved in with my spiritual mama, and I lived with her until February 14th, because that is the most amazing thing. My whole life, I'm just gonna share this story.
Please.
My whole life, I never liked Valentine's Day.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And I always thought, like that's such a superficial holiday, and I don't like it. It's Hallmark,
Oh yeah.
and I just don't like it. And then like when Valentine's Day this year came, I was moving into my new home, and I was like a whole different feeling of what love really means, and I was like, because from people just dropping off things and saying, oh, congratulations, to like, like it's a busy time in my like daughter's life, and Valentine's Day weekend's very busy for her. But she just kind of like dropped everything, and her and her boyfriend just decided they were going to like move us in. And I was like, wow, it's just incredible. And then like I just remember just being here and just being like, I'll sleep in an empty house. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being empty for Valentine's Day weekend,
as long as we get to celebrate.
Yeah. And then when they came and they were like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna move everything, and I was like,
sounds good.
Okay, I'm not sleeping in an empty house.
Yeah, and it wasn't that much longer that everything was good,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was so true.
It was just, I don't know.
But what a testimony, though, because, I'm sure lots of people out there, it's like, we always think that, like, a promise from God has to take years.
Right.
But actually, sometimes he works quickly. It's just not as quickly as we sometimes want.
Yes.
But
yes.
Are we putting our whole faith and submittance and surrender to him so that he can make it work? Or are we just kind of like, oh, well, if it happens, it happens. And if it happens, then I'll praise you. And if it doesn't happen, then I don't praise you. Yeah.
Yeah. It really has been an incredible journey. And it's just, it's like levels, like I started out with the call, and like the call of my life was 12 years ago, and now it just gradually, I guess, just having faith just gradually just leveled up. Yeah, leveled up. And I went from small to medium to like now this house is like, what? I thought the last house I had was amazing. Like, this house is just completely set up for the ministry, and I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to like have everything put together, to open it up to people and just be like, come on, we're family, we can enjoy each other, like. And one of the other things that we learned, both of us learned through this too, is that because not only did we experience like the grief and the loss of a house and all of whatever, but we also were experiencing the loss of friendships and the loss of people.
Yes.
And that was really hard, but I think that we learned through this, like who our true friends are, and not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And
right. And I think that's part of what God's trying to teach both of us, actually. Like, it's great to have community, it's great to have friends, but not every friend and not every community is going to go with you on the next journey.
Right.
And I think that we learned that because of, just how God was asking us to move and separately and together.
Yeah, so we had to be okay with, like not pleasing the world and being like, you know what, that's not what God told me to do. God doesn't say that in his word. God did not tell me. God speaks to me. Maybe he speaks to you, but you know what? Like, I think it's really important for people to understand, God talks to us all in different ways. And we're all on different journeys. Yeah. So the way he speaks to me might not be the way he speaks to you, Sure. And I've seen so many people say, oh, well, God says this and you have to do it this way. But no, God can tell you different ways to do something, or, like we're all created uniquely and differently, and and
all
we think about these
are
things
supposed to work together.
Yeah.
sometimes the other parts don't want to work the way you want to work.
It's true.
So, but yeah, it's been interesting.
It's been an interesting journey for sure. You know, I'm just so much in awe every single day. Like when I come home, I'm like, is this really where I get to be, God? Is this really where you have me right now? Like,
I know, it was really sad because, you know, like I was like, what could be better than what you had? Like, you know, but then God just has that way of like, remember me, you know, like I'm creator, I can make anything possible. And then mind blown.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely feel mind blown very much.
Very much, yes.
I don't even, like, yeah. So anyway, I was going to say, what's on your mind tonight, Denise?
Ooh, what's on my mind? Well, I love the conversation that we get to pretty much have the podcast in the new ministry place.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. And this is a podcast couch.
Yeah, this is
as
the new
well
podcast.
As a napping couch.
We're supposed to introduce the new podcast couch. Do we have a name for the couch?
I thought it was podcast couch.
Podcast couch. I don't know. I really like the name Hope. We can call it the Hope Couch.
Okay. This is the Hope Couch, and it's very soft and yet firm.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It's comfortable.
It's got a lot of pillows. I like that.
It's just, I don't know. A lot about this journey has like kind of made me a little speechless right now. Like I'm still not sure what to even talk about except for, you know,
how
like,
great God is.
How great God is.
Ooh, let's talk about God as the creator of the universe, because that's awesome.
Okay, go ahead. You start.
Okay. Well, I mean, for instance, with not just this house, but with our lives, you know, like with God speaking things into existence, it's like, it's so great. You know?
Are we just gonna say, okay, we're in awe?
Yes. But, I mean, it's hard to explain the awness unless you talk about it, right? And so sometimes it's easier when we verbalize the awe.
It's true. But I still don't know if I know the point behind all of this.
That's okay. That's authentic, actually.
Okay. You're right.
And a lot of us don't really know what life will bring. But I think having the faith to know that God could do anything you see outside, he could do anything you see in anything you can dream.
Yeah.
And that by itself is creation. That by itself is imagination. And who has more imagination than God?
True.
I've just been like awestruck, not just with, you know, Ministry House, but like just in general, like how much he loves.
Yes. And how much he wants to lavish his love upon us.
Yeah.
You know, like he loves us so much. He loves you so much.
Word.
That he just wants to be like, oh no, I actually have better for you. But I need you to be patient. I need you to persevere. And I need you to know that you're going to grow through this.
Yeah.
So it is that like faith forward thing. Like it's like, okay, I can tell you, I know so many times through this journey, I would say, God, I know that you're going to take care of this. I know you're going to do this. I believe in you. I trust in you. And he'd be like, but do you, Melissa? Do you? Because you say you do, but I'm going to need you to show me that you do.
Yes.
And so many times I had to step, and then he would do the blessing or whatever he was going to do. So go a little bit more, you know. But so I think it's just like faith in the growth.
Yes. As uncomfortable as it is, I mean, I've been learning that too. I mean, not that we don't constantly learn things, but stepping out, especially when it's uncomfortable, is hard.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've become accustomed to expecting uncomfortable, because that's how I know God is calling me to level.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when he's going to grow you and he's calling you to, and he's going to level you up, he's calling you out of your comfort zone. Because there was one thing there's another thing that I remember.
Okay.
In this journey is just like the expenses, like
yes.
I had this in my mind how much I was comfortable with spending and whatever the case is or whatever. And in that, I wasn't finding what I needed. And God clearly spoke to me and said, you came up with that, Melissa. I didn't give you that number. You came up with that number. So take me out of the box.
Ooh.
Because I've always worked in your life this way, and this is the way I'm going to work with you again.
Yeah.
So I don't always create a new thing. Sometimes I do the things that are, so they are comfortable things for you, but they're still uncomfortable to the world.
I still have to stretch your faith.
Yeah.
And that's what grows you.
Yeah. So he's like, if you need to take me out of that box, and that's not the number that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you another number, a higher number, because I love you that much.
Ooh. Ooh, one of the things that you used to say all the time, and you sometimes still do, is that God owns the cattle on 1,000 hills.
Yeah, because that's scripture.
Yeah, I know. But how much more would he do for you?
Yeah.
Like, and I love that reminder, because when you said that for the first time, I didn't know it was scripture. And then when I found it, I'm like, oh, that's scripture. And of course, I'm dramatic. But, like, I love that.
Well, good thing I know drama.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Between you and Jill.
Yeah.
I know
That's
drama.
True. That's true. I'm like the extra child.
Yeah.
But, how cool is that, too?
Yeah. There's so many stories of, even in this house, like from how like every little thing just fits so perfectly. Like this house was made specifically
for every single thing you had.
For me. Like I'm just like, what? Like I didn't even have to buy anything brand new for the house, because everything fit in here so perfectly, and God's like, okay, so, like, how much did you think I loved you? You knew I loved you, right? And that just reminds me of Peter, of him asking Peter, I love you. Or, do you love me? Peter, do you love me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Peter, do you love me? Well, I love you. Yes, of course. But you know what it also reminds me is that even if you mess up, like Peter messed up, he still loves you.
He does. And I think, like that's so beautiful, because like we can get into our heads that like we could have our own budget, or we could have our own thing, or God, I need to do that because I'm best at that. But God's like, actually, yeah, you can still probably do that, but I'm asking you to do something uncomfortable so I can grow your skill level.
Right.
And so he's like, I want all of you, not just the tiny little percentage that you give me. Mm-hmm. And I've learned that, and I know you've learned that. And, yeah.
Well, I think that it was good for now.
Yes.
I know that I have so much more to share, and you have so much more to share, but my mind needs a little bit of a rest right now.
I don't deny that.
I don't know.
My mind would love a rest too, actually.
I mean, I just feel like the leveling up. Let's talk for a second about like exhaustion. And
ooh,
like
yes.
Even though like the growing pains, I know we've talked about this before, but like when you have a toddler or a toddler who's growing and they're constantly tired, or something hurts on them or whatever, like,
or even teenagers,
like how relevant that growth is, that physical growth is to your spiritual growth. Because I for the last probably 2 months since I've been in the house, I'm exhausted. I'm so tired because God leveled me up and he grew me so much spiritually that
Yes.
like I'm catching up right now.
Yeah. I get that.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and we will definitely be back on our hope couch, right?
Our hope couch.
Thank you.